Welcome to Marketing on Fire. I'm Fireman Mike LeMoine, and this week we're going to be talking about the importance of online directories for your local business. Stay tuned. All right, let's get right into it. Real quick though, a huge thank you to our sponsor, Maverick Web Marketing, who's making this show possible for you. What we're going to talk about today is local directories. Now, most of you, your website designers aren't telling you about this, and neither is your search engine optimization company. And that's because local directories are this spot that nobody's really paying attention to that are hugely valuable for your business. Now, local directories are really meant for brick and mortar businesses in a local area. So if you're a local business owner and you have a brick and mortar location, you need to pay attention. However, if you're a franchise or a big business that has multiple locations across the country, this is equally as important to you as well. And the reason your web designers aren't telling you about this is it's a new emergence in marketing, and the SEO companies don't really focus on this because they're focused on your website, not local results. So local directories and local rankings are hugely important in what we call local search. So if you go to Google and you look, you can see that there's some organic results, which are websites, and then there's also local results, which are the business directory listings right inside of Google. So a question I get asked all the time is, how do I get my business mic to show up there? And that's where local directories come into play, hence why we're talking about it in this episode. So local directories, when Google got started, it did not have its own local business database. So it used its software and it went and it pulled from all the different locations across the internet your business information. And it uses that to articulate how you show up in that local directory area of Google, which we call Google Plus Local. Now also, Yahoo and Bing have these, and it's the same type of importance. It's the same thing. So what happens is there's three main things that have to happen. Your name has to be right, your address has to be right, and your phone number has to be right. We call that the NAP. And if your NAP is not right with all that information Google's pulled together, you're going to get penalized in local search. So a little bit later in this episode, we're going to talk about resources and training of how to learn all of these things. But I wanted to bring local search to your attention because it's vital for your business to rise in the rankings. Now, with local search, if you do it right, it gives you the opportunity to show up multiple times on page one of Google, Yahoo, or Bing because you have SEO working on your website. And if you do local directories and the things that we teach you in our resources section, then you're going to be optimizing your local search, which means your business is going to show up in those local directories as well. So again, we'll touch more on that in our resources section, but let's roll into our frequently asked question of the week. All right, this week's frequently asked question comes from Ken, who owns a local contracting business. Ken's one of our clients, and he says, Mike, when you guys at Maverick updated all of our local directory listings like you said you needed to do, all of a sudden my phone started ringing. The problem is it wasn't customers calling me, it was all the local directories trying to make me buy more of their products and services. So the question is, do I have to spend more money with these local directories? Ken, that's an absolutely wonderful question. The answer to your question is no. Let me give a little bit of a backstory and I'll tell you why. So what happens is if you go out and you start updating your directory listings, all these directories like Angie's List, Manta, Yellow Pages, Merchant Circle, Super Pages, all of these different companies start getting notifications that you've logged in and you're updating your directory. You're a hot prospect to them because they would love to sell you on more services to show up in their directories. The bottom line is when people are searching for a local business, they're most likely going to Google. We know that Google gets the majority of searches for a local business. People don't go to those local directories. Therefore, you're not going to get any real benefit by paying those directories more for placement. Just by making sure your name, address, and phone number is right, you're going to get the most benefit that you need for local search to make sure you're showing up right. So while I know those phone calls are annoying, Ken, you do have to endure them. But the good news is you don't have to spend any more money on those directories. Just by updating your information, you're getting all the benefit that's going to help your business. Ken, thanks again for your question. If you have a frequently asked question based on this episode or any of our other episodes, go ahead and shoot us an email at info@MikeLeMoine.com. Again, info@MikeLeMoine.com, and I will do my absolute best to get your question in our next episode. This show would not be possible without our great sponsors, and this week's episode is sponsored by Maverick Web Marketing. Now, Maverick is one of the companies that I own, and what we do is we take all of the resources that I teach that you could go and do for yourself, but maybe you don't have the time, knowledge, or expertise, because what we know is time is your most valuable resource. Well, at Maverick, I've got a full team of people who understand and implement everything I teach and train for local businesses. So our clients hire our team at Maverick to be able to do this stuff for them so they can focus on their business and not working in their business. Now at Maverick, we do everything from websites to reputation marketing to paid ads to SEO to local search. Basically, if it's in the world of marketing and advertising, my team can take care of it for you. So if you're looking for help with local directories or anything on the internet, maybe you just need some consulting, maybe your web developer disappeared, Maverick is there to help you with all of those needs. So I really want to thank the team at Maverick for all they do. I'm blessed that Maverick's able to sponsor this episode, and we look forward to potentially helping you at Maverick. So our website is MaverickWebMarketing.com. Go there, you could learn all about what we're doing there. Now, if you'd like to be a sponsor on this show, send us a quick email, sponsorship@MikeLeMoine.com. Again, sponsorship@MikeLeMoine.com. We'll evaluate your business and see if you're a good fit for our audience. Let's roll into the resources section. The last thing I'd ever want to do is give you all this great information and not give you a way to get it done. One of the worst things that we can do in our own businesses is to have a great idea or know something that needs to be done and then not do it. So in this resources section, I'm going to tell you about some resources I had my team put together for you, because local directories are so important right now for a local business and in local search. Unfortunately, I can't do everything in this episode that you need to know to accomplish what you need to in local directories. So the team's put together some great resources. The first thing we have is a special report on the top 10 local directories that your business needs to be paying attention to. The next thing is I actually did about an hour-long training on local directories where I walk you through step by step the importance of local directories, which local directories to go to, and even how to put your business on those local directories. So if you want that information, and we also have a special bonus report on how to get more ratings and reviews for your local business as well. So if you'd like access to the free video training, the free special report of the top 10 local directories, and the bonus report on how to get ratings and reviews for your business, all you've got to do is go to MaverickWebMarketing.com/online-directories. Again, that's MaverickWebMarketing.com/online-directories. You could pause the video, look at the lower third right below me here, and you'll be able to access that website. Again, it's really important to invest some time into these resources. If you get there and you realize it's more than you want to do, you can always contact us here at Maverick. We'll be happy to help you out. But invest in those resources and go and learn what you need to do to better your business in the online directories. I really believe that leaders are readers. Jim Rohn, the great business philosopher and life philosopher, always said that if you're not reaching your goals, it's because you haven't read enough books, and that the way to reach your goals is to stand on the pile of books that you've read. What I want to do from time to time in our episodes is share with you great books that I've read that have helped me in my business life or my personal life. This week's book is called The Go-Getter by Peter Cain. Now, not only did I read this, but this was required reading for all of my team. It's a very, very short book. You can get it on Amazon for like $5. The whole purpose of this book, though, is it's about not quitting, because I know we all have days in our lives where we think of just giving up. Maybe not on life itself, but maybe on an endeavor we're trying to get through. What we know is life is not always easy, right? And so The Go-Getter is a short parable story about not giving up. And the reason I had my whole team read this book is, number one, it was short. Number two, it taught a principle that is congruent with business and in life. In the fact that, you know, you're going to go through some struggles, but you can always find another way. So I think this book is a great book for any entrepreneur. I think it's a great book for not only you, but your entire team to read. It'll take less than 2 hours to get through this whole thing. But I highly recommend this book. So again, the name of the book is The Go-Giver by Peter Cain. Let me know what you thought about it once you read it. I think you'll really be touched by the short parable and the life lessons involved. Let's move into what we're going to cover next week. As we wrap up, I've got a special challenge for you. See, you could take this information about local directories and do absolutely nothing. Or you can accept my challenge and start making changes in your business. See, the bar for mediocrity is set so low that if you're just willing to take a small step above it, you're going to do fantastic. So check out our online resources about online directories and make the decision to either implement it yourself or get my team at Maverick to do that for you. Either way, start paying attention to this. In next week's episode, I've got some cool things coming for you. First, I'm going to cover some highlights from the Traffic and Conversion Conference that I just attended in San Diego. I'm also going to talk to you about a new book I just read that absolutely shifted my paradigm. And I'm going to cover the highly important topic of website optimization. You see, so many people do so much to get people to their website, but they don't convert them properly. So what do you have to be doing on your website to take your prospects and turn them into clients and customers? I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of the week. Play at the highest level. And if you'd like more great information, make sure you continue to visit us here at MikeLeMoine.com. Want to keep in touch? Text your name and email to 505-333-0346. Again, 505-333-0346. Or call the same number and leave a message with your name and email. That way we'll make sure you don't miss out on any of our great content.